to open our program, I welcome all the speakers and His Excellency Dr. Husam Zomlot, Ambassador of the State of Palestine to the United Kingdom.
Assalamu alaikum. Sabah al-khair lil-jamii'. His Excellency Minister Hamish Faulkner, Minister of State for the Middle East and North Africa at the FCDO. His Excellency Ambassador Ivan Martinez of Honduras, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in London. His Excellency Ambassador Sheikh Fawaz bin Mohammed Al Khalifa of the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, the Arab Diplomatic Corps in London. My good friend, His Excellency the First Minister of Scotland, and ministers from Northern Ireland and Wales, government representatives and senior officials, my dear colleagues and friends, ambassadors. And I learned that we have ambassadors from more than 60 embassies today. Honorable members of parliament, mayors and councillors, dignitaries, community leaders, friends and allies, and my fellow Palestinians here with us today. Good morning. Good morning. Good, beautiful morning. On behalf of the Palestinian President and people, I'd like to begin by welcoming you all to this very special occasion. We are gathered today in front of the Palestinian Mission to the UK here in London to mark a historic moment. In the same capital of the Balfour Declaration, after more than a century of ongoing denial, disposition and erasure, the UK government has finally taken the long overdue step of recognizing the State of Palestine. As soon, very soon, pending some legal work, some bureaucratic work with the minister and the government, this plaque, which reads, "The Embassy of the State of Palestine," the Embassy of the State of Palestine, will be placed right behind me in this building. This moment is not only about Palestine. It is also about Britain and the British government's solemn responsibility. It is about ending the denial of the Palestinian people's inalienable right to freedom and self-determination. And it is an acknowledgement of a historic injustice. Ladies and gentlemen, Palestine exists. It has always existed, and it always will. Palestine will always exist in the hearts of our people and the millions of loving people in the world. This recognition is not about affirming what we already know. It is about righting historic wrongs and committing together to a future based on freedom, dignity, and fundamental human rights. Now, while we welcome this decision and acknowledge the gravity of this moment, we must remember that this recognition comes at a time of unimaginable pain and suffering, as a genocide is being waged against us. a genocide that is still being denied and allowed to continue with impunity. It comes as our people in Gaza are being starved, bombed, and buried under the rubble of their homes. As our people in the West Bank are being ethnically cleansed, brutalized by daily state-sponsored terrorism, land theft, and suffocating oppression. It comes as the humanity of the Palestinian people is still questioned, our lives still treated as disposable, and our basic freedoms still denied. And yet, this moment stands as a defiant act of truth, a refusal to let genocide be the final word, a refusal to accept that occupation is permanent, a refusal to be erased, and a refusal to be dehumanized. Ladies and gentlemen, international recognition is more than just a diplomatic gesture. It is an acknowledgement that Palestine has always been a land with a people. And what a people. And what a people. Rooted in history, proud traditions, and unshakable resolve. A people whose resilience and courage is unmatched. A people who are not only on the defense, resisting erasure, but who are also on the offense, building a future. We are not merely surviving, we are preparing for our inevitable liberation. We are preparing to thrive. As farmers, as teachers, builders, and healers, to understand our culture, my friend, to understand our heritage, you need not look further than our love of education, the key to a bright and promising future. The Palestinian commitment to learning and excelling is embedded in our DNA. Look around you in this very crowd. You will see amongst the Palestinian community with us today some of the very top doctors, entrepreneurs, academics, artists, authors, executives, innovators, and workers across all fields in the UK. As we speak, literally, as we speak, 34 students are arriving from Gaza to the UK on prestigious, extremely competitive scholarships. Can you begin to imagine what it took for them and their families and communities to achieve this? To study and take exams and fill out applications in the throes of genocide, under bombs, without electricity, and on empty stomachs. And they still made it to their universities, and they will be there today. These are the Palestinian people. This is the Palestinian spirit. This is the spirit of Palestine. As our beloved national poet Mahmoud Darwish said, على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة. على هذه الأرض سيدة الأرض أم البدايات أم النهايات كانت تسمى فلسطين صارت تسمى فلسطين. سيدتي أستحق لأنك سيدتي أستحق الحياة. On this land there are reasons to live. This land, the Lady of Lands, the motherland of beginnings, the motherland of all ends. She was born and she was known as Palestine. She forevermore will be known as Palestine. My land, my lady, you are a reason. You are a reason to live. Friends, today does not mark the end of our struggle. Far from it. It is not the end of the road, but another step on our long march towards justice, liberation, and sovereignty. It is about the fulfillment of the fundamental rights of our people, freedom, equality, and a just resolution for Palestinian refugees in accordance with international law. So today, let the work begin. Let us treat this moment not as a destination, but as the beginning of the next chapter in our journey. Let us treat this moment as a call to action, to stop the genocide and the ethnic cleansing, to lift the siege and to end the occupation, to hold the aggressors accountable using every means possible under the law, including comprehensive sanctions and full arms embargo. Ladies and gentlemen, this, my friends, would not have been possible without every single one of you. And I know how every one of you have been working towards this moment, not only in the last months, or even years, but for decades. So to the people of Britain, to the great people of Britain, the millions who have been marching in the streets week after week, month after month, who turned London into the epicenter of the global movement for Palestine, to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, who chose principles over politics, to the unions, the students, the faith leaders, the doctors, the members of parliament who raised their voices. We thank you. We will always remember how you stood by our side, on the right side of history. And to my people, the great and proud Palestinian people, in Gaza, in Jerusalem, in Jenin, in the refugee camps, in exile, and across the diaspora, this moment belongs to you. It is the fruit of more than 100 years of steadfastness, sumud, of sacrifice, of love of our land. It is because of you that the world can no longer deny our existence. It is because of you that the State of Palestine has been recognized. And it is on your shoulders and the shoulders of our ancestors that it will rise, free, proud, and prosperous. And now, please join me as we raise the flag of Palestine, and with its colors representing our nation. Black for our mourning, white for our hope, green for our land, and red for the sacrifices of our people. We raise it in honor of the long journey of the Palestinian people towards freedom and justice, and in honor of the millions of freedom-loving people in Britain and around the world. We raise it as a pledge. We raise it as a pledge that Palestine will live, Palestine will rise, and Palestine will be free. Thank you.